Hello and welcome to VR Master League. Today we've got for you Paragon VR, Paragon EU, should I say, versus the OTs. I'm Swift, and joining me in the co-caster booth is SputnikKobra. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. I like that little delay. Did you forget my name for a second?
No, I just wanted to build the suspense.
And the suspense you did build, and I'm excited to see Paragon versus OTs. Hopefully we'll see some OTs. I would love to see an overtime. And I definitely want to see how Wolfo does in goal for Paragon. He's been one of my breakout players that I've been watching. And he's just been all around the community, showing his love for all the creators, all the moderators, all the admins, and it's always good to cast a match with Wolfo in it.
Yeah, and I mean, he's chimed into, a lot of my personal streams, and he's a very active member in the community. So I mean, I see him in the chat there as well, obviously, and cool to see him in game as well. Of course, not going to be biased whatsoever because of that. Still going to criticize him, but there you go.
And let me pull up the chat because I definitely want to see who's participating, who wants those shout outs. As we wait for this match to start, we're waiting for these teams to ready up to begin the match. So
YouTube.com,
looking.
sorry, .com coming up there with the smiles. Can we get some smilers in the chat? Are there any smilers?
No, only frowns.
Okay, I'm getting a decal on there. There you go. There's the smiles.
Can I get some take a coughs?
Oh yeah, get some taker coughs in there. Dimwee coming up with the hey guys. I'm gonna slide a taker cough in there. Alright, it's okay, Ooga Booga. I promise this match will certainly cheer you up. So.
Definitely, and for some reason I can't pull up the chat, so I'm not going to be able to participate with the viewers, so I'll have to leave that on Swift.
And it seems that OTs are struggling getting a fourth player in. I don't know whether they are going to get a sub or whether they're just going to play with 3 players. I'm assuming they're going to go for a sub, but I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe maybe you can go sub. Well, if you're on a team, you can't sub. I had the joy, maybe the misfortune. I don't know the term for it, but I definitely enjoyed casting, and I did participate in a few matches during the preseason and during season 1. So I had a few subs here and there, and it was always a fun experience subbing. Stressful, but definitely fun. It was always an interesting dynamic playing with a completely new team that I never played with before. And I was lucky enough that they always enjoyed my presence. So that was a great element of it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to take that moment to shout out that, I mean, of course, if anyone wants to join VRML, if everyone's looking at this going, this seems incredibly difficult for whatever reason, I can assure you that it certainly isn't. And anybody can participate in VRML, don't care what level you are. All you have to do is ask in the Looking for Team channels, or one of the many, and I'm sure someone will hit you up. There's plenty of new teams looking for a 4th player if you don't already have a 4-man team lined up. So if you are in the chat right now, not sure if you want to participate in VRML, participate and thank me later, basically.
Or don't thank him at all.
You don't have to thank me.
Is he really worthy of it? Is it really? Because that was just like a shout out. But no.
It's a shout out to something that's already plastered all over your screen. But
I mean, we're walking advertisements, but we enjoy doing what we do. We love supporting the community. I know Swiss heart is just where my heart is, and we love doing what we do. We love playing, we love casting, we love coaching, and it really is a passion of ours.
There's a reason I'm wearing a shirt with a VRML logo on it right now. That's all I'm saying. This game changes my life.
And it definitely had a huge impact on mine, without a doubt. Can you send me the Twitch pop-out URL while we have time?
I will, yes. Alright, what if I could find it? There you go.
So it
Where
looks
are
like
we
they're
at?
still trying to find their fourth. Anyone in chat feel like substituting? Because they do have 10 more minutes till they're either forced to forfeit the match, or they have to continue with 3 players.
Pick me.
Unfortunately, you're already on a team non-esports, so you cannot participate as a substitute player.
Unfortunate.
As we're watching these players, they're just shooting around, they're staying warmed up, and they're in good spirits. So it's something we always like to see. Paragon consisting of T. Wolfo, Frosty, Leonardo VR, and Max Munich. And so far, the 3 on the roster for OTs and in the arena are Mentoxy, Creepy Mr. Me, and Harold 3301.
The Ragnarok gonna catch a quick flight to the UK to sub. See, that's the spirit. Well, it doesn't have to. I wouldn't advise coming to the UK. Go to anywhere else in the EU.
I mean, if he's coming from the United States, I don't know. But I don't think we can travel anywhere right now. I don't think anyone should be traveling
Yeah.
unless there is an emergency. Not gonna turn this into a health advisory stream, but that's my public service announcement for the day.
I already got my one-time public service announcement for shouting out VRML. So it doesn't even count as a shout out. Listen, it's already it's in the channel name. Okay. Just join it and you'll be happier. I don't know what else to say.
So just Phantom coming in with who knows. I just pulled up chat and I certainly don't know. So if you can fill me in.
People in 2nd grade called me Flash. Okay.
And Thunder Ragnarok saying, I'm here,
Oh,
put me in so
Braymore.
Braymore will step up. I think Braymore's been playing combat lately, so he started off as an arena player, and he's come back to what he loves. Which I don't know if he still loves it, but he's here and he's participating, and we're grateful for Braymore.
Yeah, and seems like both teams are ready, so getting ready to hop into round 1 right about now. So getting ready for this neutral joust. Who's gonna win? Race of speed.
So everyone's saying in chat that Braymore is going to carry. Well, let's see if your theory's right. As the Joust countdown is underway and the neutral Joust is out. And it will be won by Paragon, knocking it down towards the court of OTs. Up into that ceiling trap, picked up by Braymore. And Braymore throwing an interception through the tube. Wolfo getting it at the back line, sending it right back. And be picked up at the opposite trap by Harold.
Yeah, and this one just gonna be fought for a little bit at the mid, but no, just gonna be taken by Mantoxy of OT. He's gonna try and pass this one to force an offensive attempt, and actually gonna get this. Oh, not gonna go up for the cross pass. Instead, gonna try for the 3-pointer on the bounce. Not quite making this on the first attempt though. Bramo though. Gonna be on the recollection for the OTs now, trying to get a pass through, but there's Max Munich with a great steal, but taking it to Mantoxy now. And Bramer getting this back pass to Harold. Harold just going to miss that shot for the 2. So this one going to bounce around to the same place here. Mantoxy trying to pick this one up, but going to be stunned by the players of Paragon. And this clear coming through, and it will indeed be all the way through.
And it will sail towards that bubble, into the bubble, and under pressure, we'll get rid of it. So luckily getting rid of it just in the nick of time and sending it through middle. It will sail towards that bubble of Paragon.
Yeah, this one bouncing towards the goal. No stack from OTs though, being accurate enough to receive that. So this one just going to be cleared again, and some more ping ponging happening right now. This stack from Paragon coming in quick, but being stopped there by a block. So there comes Braemar with yet another clear. They do need to get a stack together here, and it looks like they will. And let's see if it is going to win them the disc. It is indeed. Harold going to take this one. Try for the cross pass here, but not going to make it. And this is one just going to bounce around back to mid.
And it will go towards that post. Harold will have to push off to find the pass, sending it right back up the nest. And this push forward will find its way. Braemar getting the pass from Harold and pushing forward into the goal and finding those 2 points.
Yeah, great play there. A couple of missed opportunities, but made up for there by that great walk-in play and the great pass up to the nest. So that's OTs taking the advantage in the first couple minutes of the game. This one going to be sent through, but not going to be recollected. After a couple of stuns from Frosty. Nope, Mantoxy going to stun him back, and in fact will try that. They are getting rid of it a little bit too quickly though, both teams in fact. And it is just leading to a little bit too many turnovers at the moment. Braemar trying to hold this one up and go for the bounce shot, but it's not going to work out. But Mantoxy, off of a lead shot, might get this disc, and he will with that block, but he's just going to lose it there to Frosty. But Mantoxy getting that great back pass to Braemar, finding that, so good recognition on that one. Braemar juking around, ducking, oh, looking for the 180 shot, not quite going to make it. Behind the back though, and this one going to be taken and cleared by Leonardo.
Braemar going for a little bit of steez, meaning style with ease as he twirls around for that behind the back shot and going above goal and trying to find it but losing possession. Braemar making the stop but sending that clear off the shield, almost bouncing towards the goal. The goalie picked it up, and Harold will send it through mid and try and follow it down for possession in that bubble. And following up will be Mantoxy getting it off the backboard at 4 meters.
And another good play from OTs. Seem to be the only team right now able to get their stacks together fast enough to receive it on the other end. And in fact they will. Paragon not quite getting back on time for that. And in theory Paragon should be the one with the faster stacks here. They have got more experience together, I believe, than OTs do.
Well,
I might be wrong about
to counter that, sorry to cut you off, but Wolfo said they are trying a new player today. So with this new dynamic of a new player that they haven't tested so much, and also playing against Braemar, who they've never seen in the court before, it's definitely going to throw them off. So with possession will be Leonardo going for that long shot, but Braemar will shut it down. You see Braemar's quick movement, but he's not able to get the stun. And throwing it forward and losing possession will be Paragon, and creepy Mr. Me will send it for the clear into the bubble.
Yeah, no. Ooh, this one, the stack of Paragon overshooting, but it doesn't matter because Mantoxy missing that one. But Braemar with the steal, and he's going to walk that one in for the 2. And he is going to make that one 5 meters out. Nice 18 meters second sling there. That's going to be almost impossible for the goalie to save.
A lot of good boosting and good clears from OTs. They're able to get down court, outmaneuver Paragon in the backcourt, and find these advantages on the defense.
Yeah, and people saying in the chat that Braemar is too high MMR of a sub. I don't know. I don't think so. It's likely because he hasn't played. I don't think he's subbed this season even as a sub. So there hasn't been a chance for the MMR to be corrected if it is wrong. So that will be why. He's going to go for this bounce shot. Not going to make this one on the mark though. But Mantoxy going to try and steal this one away, but not quite going to get it. But forcing the clear into Braemar's hands. Braemar going for the 3, but T-Wolfo with that save. He's going to try and get that one cleared, but a bit of a bad choice to clear that one down the middle, as this one's just going to be recollected again by OTs. But on the offensive attempt will be stopped by Leonardo VR, who's going to try and get this one cleared away, but no, going to be Harold stealing it again. Going for the bounce shot, but it's just going to be a ding here. And now going to be taken by Wolfo Paragon. And he has time to use to make a good decision for the clear, but he's not using it. This one going off the head of Max Munich, and Leonardo connecting his hands with that, and he is going to get the clear through finally for Paragon, but are they going to get the stack? And it seems like they're trying to get one together, and in fact they will, trying to put some pressure on the disc, and they will get a couple of stuns, and in fact almost collected in the other half, but that bounce will force it into Mantax's hands, and this one's going to be cleared away for the OTs.
And picking up in that backcourt is Braymore, and Braymore looking for this advantage, outmaneuvering one defender and two defenders, pulling that goalie out and getting another 2 points. So it's an 8-point lead to OTs. Paragon being favored to win this matchup, but Braymore is really throwing a wrench into the mix and creating a considerable lead for OTs.
Yeah, and now 8-0 for them. 3 minutes remaining. It's still definitely doable for Paragon. They just have to get their passes better on the mark and look for the passes more often than they are the clears, because at the moment the clears seem to be the favourable option for them, but Frosty taking that one in for the 2, and in fact they will get those first 2 points, so hopefully they can build some momentum off of that, and a good play there from Paragon to collect that disc at the other side.
So Paragon will get some points on the board. 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Time is running out. They're going to have to score these goals. They're going to have to force possessions and turnovers in quick and rapid succession, and then quickly score off them if they're going to have a chance. So they will get that one chance. Wolfo will clear it, will bounce through tube down towards that bubble, but that backline player is there and he'll have it. So Braymore again with possession, following up with a clear that won't find its way through tube. Max Munich at ceiling with possession, sending it forward, but they'll turn it over to Harold. Harold will send that forward pass, and there must be a little bit of a panic going on. These teams seeming like they're in disarray. Like I said before, Braymore, this new dynamic, a sub that no one's ever played with, and he's really a force to be reckoned with. Going for that backboard shot was Mantoxi, and will bounce out of the bubble.
Yeah, now taken by Harold, goes for that quick shot, but T-Wolfo's there to recollect now for Paragon, but throws it straight into the hands of Braymore. Braymore finding this pass to the cross to Harold, but what a save from T-Wolfo. Going to get that one cleared away as well, but the stack is just a little bit too quick from OTs, and I would argue that even though Braymore is a sub for them at the moment, their stacks are pretty good right now, and overall that's really what's winning them this round so far. That's what they have over Paragon so far, as Mantoxi tries to collect this one, but just missing that shot.
Wolfo will get pulled out of goal trying to get that possession, but luckily Mantoxi will miss it, so he can take a breath of relief, a sigh of relief, and that clear won't find its way through. It will be an upper trap. Mantoxi with possession, setting it to Bowtie. Braymore being pulled out of position, holding back. They have the 6-point lead, 60 seconds on the clock. They don't have to do anything. They just have to waste time. Sending it to post, and taking the shot will be Harold with that beautiful long assist from Braymore from mid. So they will add another 2 points to their total. And they'll have this 8-point lead with 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and a very nice recognition there from Braymore, trying to get that one through. Just waits at the back line for them to push, and then forces it through only when he needs to. So a good job there on the offense by OTs. Braymore taking this one again, and that is going to seal the deal in round 1. But could still be a goal going to either side here. We just need to see Paragon pick up the pace, both on the stacks and also on their passes, because at the moment these clears just aren't working out for them, because OT's stack is just clearly faster than theirs. So they just need to get the passes up the field to counter that, and they should be good to go in round 2 if they can figure that out.
And picking up at the floor, Willie Harold, and sending it forward for the clear. And that's the end of round 1. 10-2 victory in round 1. Not the series, but round 1 victory so far to OT. So that's unexpected. Braymore adding a new element to this match, keeping things interesting. And Paragon feeling the heat.
Yeah, and saying just Phantom coming in there saying if Braymore wasn't there they would be doing better, which is, I don't know, arguably, but maybe so. Because I mean at the moment we're seeing OT's stacks are pretty good right now. They're getting to the disc first when they need to. They're getting back in defense. So I would actually argue that is likely correct. Yes, Braymore is maybe got more mechanics because of just his the amount of time he's been playing. But I mean, really, the team play the OTs are bringing out is simply stronger than Paragon's right now.
And taking a little swipe at us, but a very good point, I have to give him credit, is Thunder saying the rest of the team are putting up excuse me, I can't read. The rest of the team isn't putting up a bad performance. Don't discredit the work of the rest. I need to get new glasses.
And I
But
mean,
yeah,
essentially,
he
that's
has he has a good point that everyone's playing well, and Braymore isn't maybe as big of a performance changer as I had expected. So, taking the advice of Chad, and I'm gonna change my perception of both of these teams.
well, that's essentially what I was trying to say here. That I mean, the rest of the team is definitely doing good work on the stacks. It just happens to be Braymore that's because he's playing in the striker position that he's getting the most of the points. I mean, that's kind of what's happening. Um, So this pass going up to Mantoxy, and ooh, showcasing that play, getting that pass off to Braymore, and ooh, this shot when he's saved by T Wolfo. So brilliant defense there by Paragon, putting on the pressure that they need to, forcing the shot, and then getting the save.
And getting that clear off the wall is Wolfo, but that quick boosting and stacking from OT's recovers, getting it through the tube, sending it to mid, so Creepy Mr. Me under pressure will send it up, maybe able to read the bounce, and he does. So Braymore there with those skills and gonna take it into the goal for another 2 points with that assist by Creepy Mr. Me. So a great play. Braymore immediately reading the bounce off the Geo, finding it, going behind the goal, able to outmaneuver one defender and then shoot on that goalie. So, you say I shouldn't discredit Braymore, but that was an excellent play from Braymore.
Yeah, and Paragon, let's just see if they can get the. They seem to be having struggles getting all four players down the field in places that they can pass. So maybe just get a little bit more down on the communication, which of course is much easier said than done. And I realize that while saying these things on the cast, I mean I have gotten. I'm going to continue doing the I guess you could call it backseat backseat gaming a little bit, but actually cutting me off here is going to be Harold. It's past the Braymore, and that's going to be in for another two. But essentially, uh, just it's easier to see mistakes from the outside than it is in, and I guess Paragon at the moment haven't caught on to their passing just yet, and it is of course much easier to see those mistakes from the watcher's perspective as this steal comes out from Mantoxy again to cut me off. But yeah, that's essentially why I'm pointing it out. Hopefully, if they watch back the cast, they can learn something from it. And essentially, that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's always good to give advice. We are experienced players. So I don't want to say we know what we're talking about, but I have to kind of lean towards it. And getting another stop is Mantoxy and getting that
Oof.
3-pointer. So just really pulling away, you can see that Paragon is just not able to pull it together right now. Maybe the dynamic of playing against Braymore, this different team that they're not used to, and this newer player that they're trying out. So things can get ahead of themselves, and they're just not able to get collected. And they're playing against this very fast OT team.
And I guess that's what's going on these jousts. I'd have to guess right now as this shot comes out from Braymore. Brilliant shot there, putting in for yet another three, and just the unstoppable. It seems like the momentum here from OTs at the moment, just with the steals and the interceptions, and then the 3-pointers. That's 3 in a row we've seen now.
But it's important to take away from these games and always learn with every game you play and find some takeaway. And this being a difficult matchup for Paragon, but they can definitely learn from it and definitely apply these strategies. But that
Ooh.
shot will be Frosty, so they're not giving up just yet. Frosty will find that shot at lower Geo at 15 meters, so they will respond. It's still a 10-point deficit in favor of OTs, but Paragon showing some life and continuing to brave through this matchup.
Hopefully they're able to push themselves forward with that goal. I mean, essentially, well, I kind of know what's going on right now with Paragon. They're trying out a new player. It's very difficult to. I guess the new players is only learned the jousts a couple of days beforehand, if that. So it's difficult, and that's kind of the same thing we're going through right now, because we're recruiting new players for our team. So it's it's kind of the same thing going on right now. It's a little bit in disarray, and hopefully Paragon can fix that up, and it seems like they are, and they're definitely not quitting as we saw from that three-pointer. So it's good to see that attitude come out from Paragon, and hopefully they can build some momentum from that, get a couple passes through and make a couple points. This one, an attempted stack to the disc, but a little bit faster too. It is going to be OTs, although on the recollection, Frosty not quite able to get the block, and Bremo going to get this pass back. Oh!
And getting that stop on that shot and listening to these player comms, they're hectic. So with that, Mantoxi will get possession, trying to send it forward, be picked up by Harold, and Harold will lose it to Max Munich. So Max Munich with that steal, looking for that clear through mid, getting it, bouncing down towards lower trap and back up to mid. So we'll be picked up by Creepy Mr. Me. And again, they have this sizable lead. They can just run the clock out. They can find Braymore down court and use his strengths to their advantage. And they'll send it through tube up to Leonardo. Leonardo will again lose it to a stun. This defense is there. Braymore is moving all around the court and will get that clear down towards the backcourt of Paragon.
Yeah, I mean, the defense dynamic. It seems to be down by OTs right now. It's difficult to get that that balance down because your defense, it's not only in their own half, and OTs know that right now. You can see the defensive OTs are putting pressure on both sides of the court to the offense of Paragon as well, and that's kind of what's going on. That's what's causing Paragon to be so panicky with their throws at the moment. It's just their defense. The defense of OTs is very strong, and they're able to use this to their advantage as well. As they push the disc up the field, get this one to Braymore from this bounce, go for the three-pointer, and Braymore will make that from the bounce shot from 10 meters out, and that's going to be another 3 for OTs, and it's looking like a steeper and steeper hill for Paragon to climb.
It's looking like an escarpment. It's going to be very difficult. Now, that's a random obscure geography term, but it's very steep, and it's becoming even more difficult. It's getting ahead of them, and they're trying to find their rhythm, but they're struggling, and Braymore was able to seal that 3 with a very strong shot from a difficult angle at 18 meters a second out of his hands, 9 meters a second, so an absolute rocket, difficult to respond to, and Braymore going to send it, or attempt to send it through tube again. Braymore with his underhand flick style of throwing, create a lot of rapid acceleration, and that clear will go through. Leonardo will pick it up, sending it back down towards that bubble. Will bounce off the Geo, but Creepy Mr. Me is able to read it, intercept it, and he'll try and send it through tube, but will bounce off the wall. And will bounce back towards their bubble, but Braymore will follow it through with another clear.
And this one going to be recollected by Max Munich for Paragon. He's going to try and send this down, but there is no stack ready at the moment. Finally getting this stack together is going to be Paragon putting on some pressure now and actually forcing that one into Leonardo's hands. So good pressure there. Leonardo getting that one. Ooh, trying to get this pass back to Frosty. Just going to miss it though. Braymore going to get the stun. And now Braymore
will be picked up by Braymore. Braymore will go for that long shot. Will bounce off Ness. So again, they will get that clear down towards the bubble and looking to retrieve it off the wall as a member of OTs. And he will get it. So Mantoxi setting it up to Nest into the hands of Braymore. Braymore on the ceiling, outmaneuvering that defender, sending it off the backboard and finding it at 14 meters. And it's very difficult. No one expected that shot, and it came through. And Wolfo trying to challenge it a second too late, so we'll bounce into that goal. 19-3, 16-point advantage, a minute and 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and the rest of the offensive OTs there, distracting the goalie a little bit there, getting on the backboard and just giving something for the goalie to worry about while Braymore took the three-pointer. And I mean, I'm sure that was planned out. I mean, it definitely seemed like it as Braymore uses skills to their advantage, but also OTs the rest of that, and that shot coming out from Mantoxi though just gonna bounce back after that great save, but this one gonna be taken back, but actually stolen by Frosty. And now with this clear, they're gonna try and find the stack, but a couple of stuns come through. Actually, Frosty's gonna get there first. Oh, won't get to the disc though, because he does hit his head off of that Geo, so it's gonna be recollected by Braymore. And 36 seconds, 35 seconds remaining. They're not be able to come back from this, unfortunately, and a tough loss here by Paragon, but I'm sure they can learn a lot from this, and especially since they have a new player, and this one actually might bounce close to the goal, but not quite going to get in. And now recollecting on defense is going to be VRML, just looking for running the time down and going for clears.
So Max Munich will pick it up at mid. He will avoid that defender. They still want to put points on the board. 8 seconds on the clock. Getting that double stun. And then this advance. So Max Munich will get those 2 points. They're not down and out. They will finish strong on that one. So Max Munich with a nice finale to the matchup. Unfortunately, Paragon will fall to Team OTs. There weren't any overtimes. This was a considerable and decisive victory for OTs with Braymore leading them as a sub. And checking the stats, we've got Braymore with 19 points, and I unfortunately will lose those stats, so if you could lead off with them, I would appreciate that, Swift.
Yeah, so of course plenty of assists coming in there from OTs as well. Creepy Mr. Me with 1, Bremo with 1 of his own as well. Harold coming in with the game high of 4 assists, and Mantoxy with 1 as well. So not only led by Bremo on the offense, it was definitely assisted by the rest of OTs. And I mean, Bremo, although he was the striker this game for OTs, you could definitely still see all of the strengths of the rest of the OTs team. And we definitely do not want to discredit that. They definitely all played well in this game. Of course, Mantoxy with the second high game points there with 8, and Harold with 2 of his own as well. And some good defense there as well from OTs, putting on that pressure and able to get some saves as well. So Creepy Mr. Me with 3, Harold with 2, and Braymo with 3, and Mantoxy with 2 as well.
So if I know the chat, I started a little bit. I know the chat has their opinions, so if you do have them, bring them to your moderator, your admin for the region, and leave that in chat and take it to the proper sources. But I think with that being said, I'm going to let Swift lead us out.
Yes, of course, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this game, and should be coming up with some more games for you later on today. One in an hour, Dishcloth Bandits versus Nameless. Sure, I will get on that one, and maybe Atlas versus Voyagers later on today as well. And of course, later in the day or night, depending on where you are, it is going to be the NA matchups as well. So make sure you keep your eyes on the matches page for VRML. Make sure you get those notifications turned on for this channel, and also VRML 2 and VRML 3. Of course, I have to say, usually being on one of those 2 channels, if you're not following the VRML 2 and VRML 3 channels as well as this one, please make sure you do that now. Of course, you don't have to, but it'd be beneficial if you want to catch all the matchups, since of course plenty of them will be hosted on those channels. You do not want to miss them. But either way, that being said, I've been Swift, that's been SputnikKobra. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next time.